in the module of Laplace transform. We have already discussed various properties of Laplace transforms along with its basic concepts and definitions, and we are having some more properties which will be used as a tool while we are going to apply Laplace transform for other applications. Today in this particular lecture we are going to see first the property of Laplace transform of a function if multiplied by t, and then we are going to see some problems based on this property. So what we get as Laplace transform of ft is denoted by f bar s. Then this property tells us that Laplace transform of t to the power n ft, here though we are mentioning the property of t multiplied by ft, but we are initially now going to give us show here the general property, that is when t the function ft is multiplied by t to the power n, and obviously if that property is known to us, then we can easily generalize the thing. So t to the power n ft, it is minus 1 whole to the power n dn dsn, that is differentiation with respect to s n times f bar s, where n is a positive integer. So now we can generate Laplace transform of tft from this formula, and what we can get as it is going to be minus 1 dds of f bar s. So it is very easy that if f bar s is known to us, we can just differentiate it and we will multiply it by minus 1 to get the result. Similarly, if I want to find out t square ft, then from this generalized structure we can get that minus 1 whole square d2 ds2 f bar s. We can get this result from this generalized structure, as well as we can think about it as t square ft as t into tft. So we can think for sequential result of application of the first part also. Now for this particular property, if we want to see some problems related to that, then what are the things? So if I start with a very basic example, that we have to find out the Laplace transform of t cos at. So we can start it as Laplace transform of cos at, it is known to us, it is standard result, that is s by s square plus s square. So Laplace transform of t cos at will be minus 1 dds of s by s square plus s square, which is now nothing but a very initial time problem of basic differentiation. So what we get as s square plus s square whole square. Then s is differentiated, it is 1. S square plus s square is kept as it was. Obviously there will be a minus sign for this minus sign, and then minus s is kept as it was. S square plus s square will be differentiated, so it will be 2s. So simplifying, we can write it as s square plus s square whole square. Then it is 2s square minus s square, that is s square minus s square. So though it looks like a long integration, if we don't apply this property, but application of this property solves this problem in 2 lines. Next, if we want to find out Laplace transform of t square sin et, then we can think for as minus 1 whole square d2 ds2 of a by a square plus a square as Laplace transform of sin at is a by s square plus a square, and as we are multiplying it by t square, so we need double order differentiation. So now after this we can write it as dds. One time differentiation will be done first, and it will be minus 2as by s square plus a square whole square, and in the next line after doing the differentiation and simplification we will get it as s square plus a square whole cube, and in the denominator it will be numerator, it will be 2a into 3s square minus s square. In the similar structure or similar policy, basically we can go for other examples like Laplace transform of t to the power 4 e to the power minus 3t. So we will start this problem from Laplace transform of e to the power minus 3t. Here I just want to give you one clue after solving this problem. Let us wait for that. Is equal to 1 by s plus 3. Now Laplace transform of t to the power 4 e to the power minus 3t according to this formula will be minus 1 whole to the power 4 d4 ds4 s plus 3, just a minute, s plus 3 whole to the power minus 1, and we can write it as minus 1 whole to the power 4 into minus 1 whole to the power 4 factorial by s plus 3 whole to the power 5. This is the general formula of your 11-12. So finally we can write it as 24 by s plus 3 whole to the power 5. Here the thing I want to mention is that if I think for Laplace transform of t to the power 4, and then if I think for Laplace transform of t to the power minus 3t t to the power 4 by first shifting property, then also we must reach to the same destination. what we got here. So it is a earnest request to all of you, those who are listening up to this level, that please do the problem in both the directions or more than one directions if it is possible when you are practicing, because in your learning phase it will help a lot. In the next example, we can go for the Laplace transform of t e to the power minus 2t into sine 3t. So here we can easily identify that our job is three steps. First is Laplace transform of sine 3t, which is equal to 3 by s square plus 9. After that, we can find out in two ways. First is Laplace transform of t sine 3t is equal to minus dds of 3 by s square plus 9. So differentiating this one, we will get 6s by s square plus 9 whole square, and then we can go for first shifting property as discussed in the last problem, or rather given the clue in the last problem. We can write Laplace transform of t e to the power minus 2t sine 3t as 6 s plus 2s will be replaced by s minus a. Here a is minus 2, so the replacement is done by s plus 2. It will be s plus 2 whole square plus 9 then whole square, and simplifying we can get that 6s plus 2 by s square plus 4s plus 13 whole square. But we can also think for while initially we are applying Laplace transform of e to the power minus 2t sine 3t, that is by first shifting property, and then we are applying Laplace transform of t e to the power minus 2t sine 3t by applying the formula for multiplication of t. But after doing both the processes, you have to decide that what will be suitable for you or what will be suitable for the mathematics purpose, because here you have to, if you do this shifting property first, then the expression will be little bit bigger, and then you have to differentiate a big expression. Rather here you are differentiating a small expression, then you are making s plus 2 substitution in place of s. So that is completely dependent on the person who is performing the thing, but learning both the thing is very important. Okay, so if we move for some more problems, then what we are going to get. So let us check. If we have a problem like Laplace transform of 1 plus t e to the power minus t whole cube, if this is our problem, then what we will do, our job is to break this 1 plus t e to the power minus t whole cube first. So we can write it as 1 plus 3t e to the power minus t plus 3t square e to the power minus 2t plus t cube e to the power minus 3t, as applying the formula for a plus b whole cube. Now, using linearity property of Laplace transform, we can write this as Laplace transform of 1 plus 3 into Laplace transform of t e to the power minus t plus 3 Laplace transform of t square e to the power minus 2t plus Laplace transform of t cube e to the power minus 3t. After breaking it up, then we can write the Laplace transform of individuals. It is 1 by s, then plus, as it is multiplied by t, we are going to get a minus 1 over here, then 3, then d ds of e to the power minus t, that is 1 by s plus 1. Similarly, for the next term plus 3, it is minus 1 whole square, so I am not writing it, it will be plus 1, then 1 by s plus 2, and finally we get minus 1 whole cube, so that is why one minus sign is introduced, d3 ds3 of 1 by s plus 3. So if this is clear, then only the last line is remaining, that is the differentiation of these terms. After differentiating, we get it as 3 by s plus 1 whole square, then plus 6 by s plus 2 whole cube plus 6 by s plus 3 whole to the power 4. So only we are applying initially the algebra, and after that we are applying the concept of Laplace transform and its properties. Now before concluding this class, just one problem is initiated. Suppose we have to find out, directly it is asked that evaluate 0 to infinity e to the power minus 3t t sin t dt. So in a first look, it looks to us as a problem of improper integration, but if the Laplace transform concept is clear to us, then we can tackle this problem in this manner. How? We have 0 to infinity e to the power minus st t sin t dt. If I write it, then according to the definition of Laplace transform, we can write it as Laplace transform of t sin t, which is nothing but minus dds of Laplace transform of sin t. So we can write it as Laplace transform of sin t, as it is known to us, 1 by s square plus 1, and differentiating it with respect to s, we get the result as 2s by s square plus 1 whole square. So what we get, that this improper integration is equal to this one. So if I want to find out the result of this one, which is asked to us, where if I put s is equal to 3, we get in this relationship integration 0 to infinity e to the power minus 3t t sin t dt is equal to 6 by 3 square plus 1, that means 9 plus 1 is 10 whole square, that is 100. So we can write it by simplifying, that is 3 by 50. So it is a problem of integration, improper integration apparently, but we can do the problem by only 2 or 3 lines while we are applying the Laplace transform and its properties. So with this particular problem, I want to conclude this class by mentioning these references for your further uses and readings, and also some very basic problems on these structures. Finally, I want to thank you all. Happy listening, happy learning.